my name is Stephanie Yin. Welcome back to our Go Fighting series. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 most exciting and interesting fighting moments. So let's get started by 30 to 20 Q. So this is the game. Now it's black to play. So what happened in the actual game is both black and white are fighting over here in the upper left corner. And the 2 stones on the top are fighting against the 2 stones on the bottom. And both groups have 2 liberties right here in the capture race. So in the actual game, black Atari the 2 stones, and white Atari on the top, and black captured the 2 stones, so that black can secure this group. At the same time, now the group is alive. And now it's white's turn. At the same time, white is able to make the corner alive. So the question is, does black have a move that can achieve both goals? So we can kill the corner and make the side alive. Alright, so let's try Atari. So probably that's the first instinct for most of the people. When we try to attack a group, then we want to play Atari. That's very direct. Alright, and then white of course needs to connect. So after that exchange, black doesn't have very good follow-up move in the corner, and black still needs to capture the 2 stones. But does that work? No. So white is still able to make the corner alive. So where is the move that black can kill the eye in the corner and then come back to capture the 2 stones? So it's right here. Alright, the reason why that's I would say a Tatsuji is because that move is looking for the snapback right here. So that means white has to connect to secure the corner, the eye in the corner. So if white captured the 2 stones, and then black can throw in here and capture these 2 stones. And now as we can see, white only has 1 eye. And if white starts a liberty fight or the capture race, then of course black has more liberties than white. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 liberties for black, and white only has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. So of course black is going to win the capture race. But unfortunately in the actual game, black did not see the sente over here, and then both groups were alive. Alright, so now let's look at the next example. This is the game played by 19 to 10 Q players. And this is the last move white played on the board. So what is happening on the board? And both black and white are fighting on the left side area here. As we can see, black's group over here doesn't have 2 eyes yet. And the white dragon over here doesn't have even 1 eye yet. So both groups are in danger. And now it's black's turn. So this group is already surrounded in the corner. So on the side. And the corner is fine. So we have 1 eye over here and another eye here. So white tries to kill that eye, it won't work. It's Wihane, and then black can block. So the corner is fine. It's totally alive. But the question is, the group on the side is not alive, and black also have very limited eye space. So if black just make an eye here, and white still can jump in and kill the eye space right here. So black has to somehow use a sente over here to expand the eye space. So what happened in the actual game is, black used the kicking move here, and that's a sente, so white descend. So after that move, black realized this group is still not alive yet. So if black tanukis and white can still push, and just simply Atari, and then that will be at least a ko. And this group is still not alive. If black connects here, and then white can kill the boki 5 or knife handle 5 right here. So in the actual game, black played another move to secure this group. And then both players did not realize the corner actually is not alive anymore. after white has the stone right here. Until the game finished, nobody realized the corner is not alive. Okay, so what's gonna happen? We already tried. The corner is totally fine, completely fine. If we push, and then black is able to block, and if white pushes here, and then black can connect. So now I have 2 eyes. So what's the problem? And if I try to kill the eye space, then I have to jump into the eyes, but it won't work because, well, black has an Atari move here, and that stone is dead. So how is white able to kill the corner? So if we directly wedge there, that would be the same thing. Black can Atari, and if we're not able to save this white stone, this eye still exists in the corner. So the corner, the eye in the corner right here, there's no way to destroy it. There's no way to kill it. In order to kill this group, we have to kill the eye right here. But the question is how? All right. So before we wedge here, white can actually play the attach first. So if black let the stone connect, say you Atari on the top and then white connects it back, and then now we can see the eyes is no longer exist. So for black, in order to secure the eye, black needs to block here and kill this stone. But after I made this exchange, now you can see the wedge. It's not a simple wedge anymore. That's a Atari. So this move won't work anymore for black because white can capture the 3 stones. So black has to capture this the stone, and now white is able to connect the stone back. And then you can see this eye becomes the false eye. But unfortunately, both players did not realize the corner has some issues. And until the game ends, and white just played the sentes for the end game. Alright, so now let's look at the next example. This is the game played by a 9-1Q player. And what happened in this game is both black and white are controlling 2 big territory on the board. Black has the top area and the bottom area here. And white has the right side and the left side. So what is going on with the 4 stones? It looks like a dead group, right? If the 4 stones are dead on the left side, white now is leading by territory. So in the actual game, black realized I'm already behind, so I have to do something on the left side. At least I should try. So that's why black played attachment move here, look for some eye space. And then white try to kill the eye space on the top. So if white just simply block, and then it gives black a sente right here. And you probably have a question, what if I Atari here? And I can kill this eye space. But then now black will start a call. So if white connects here, then there's some cutting points, 2 cutting points here. And then both players have to fight for this ko. If black wins, all the territories will be gone. So of course, white doesn't want to take that risk. And then in the actual game, white played an extension move on the top. And then first time looking at this situation, probably most people would think it's too hard to make 2 eyes. If I simply connect, white blocks here, and then I only have 3 stones here, 1 stone on the top. In order to make a life on the second line, we need to at least have 7 stones. But that's impossible to have 7 stones. And if we try to extend here, then the white now can push through, and the 2 groups are not even connected, so it won't work, obviously, until black showed a Tasuji. So connect here first. And then white has to block because now the 3 stones are already connected. If white try to limit the eye on the top, and then black now is able to expand the eye space on the bottom. So it won't work for white. And then white decided to hane here. And then at this point, white still didn't realize that the group can be alive until the next move. So in the actual game, White was thinking if Black tried to connect one of these moves, and White can still reduce the eye space on the top and a Hane, and then that's a straight 3, and I go first. I'm going to take the vital point that the Black group is dead. And if Black tries to connect over here, and then White can wedge here, and then Black Ataris, White connects, that's still not a live shape. It doesn't even have one eye. So there's a 1 stone right here, sorry. So until Black showed the next move, which is the Tatsuji. So where is it? The one space jump here and the Kosumi. Usually the one space jump with the Kosumi is very solid and strong shape, right? But it's different in this situation. So Black played a squeeze right here. So how is that a Tatsuji? It gives White 2 cutting points to attack. So there's a cutting point here and there's a cutting point here. So let's try one of them. If White Atari is on the top and kill those 2 stones. So since I have the 2 stones right here, now I'm able to push through. White is no longer able to block me because there's a double Atari on the top. So Atari on the left side doesn't work. What if I Atari on the bottom? And then Black will connect. This is actually what happened in the actual game. And after this exchange move, White has to connect the stones on the top. If White pushes through, and Black is able to capture the stone, and the corners are alive. And of course, there's a sente here, and Black is still able to save the 4 stones. So White now needs to connect the 2 stones in the corner. But if I connect here, that's still 6 stones, and it's not able to make it alive. So the next move is also a key, as right here. So instead of let my opponent take the vital point, why don't I take the vital point? If White Hane here, now I'm able to block it, and now you can see this, the cutting point right here is self-Atari for White. So that means White is not able to kill this group anymore. Then the 2 stones will be captured by Black. If White connects here, Black now is going to connect everything. And this group has 2 eyes. So in the actual game, White didn't make this Atari first. White simply connected first, and then Black played a Kasumi. And then White Atari'd, Black connects. And since this group is alive on the board, and everything, all the territory on the left side is gone, and then eventually Black won this game. Alright, so now let's look at the next example. This is a game played by 1 to 4 dem players. And now it's White to play. So this game is very complicated. At the very beginning, both players started to fight from the upper left corner. So, but at this point, the 2 groups over here, the 2 Black groups over here are already settled. At the beginning, White was leading because White only has 1 weak group and Black has 2 weak groups. But at this point, the 2 weak groups are already settled, and White group in the corner right here is, since it's White's turn, White is able to live. So that's a sente. Black needs to connect, and White can just simply jump to the corner. That's a bent 5 or bent 4. That's already a live shape. But since the fight started at the beginning and White was leading, but at this point White did not achieve anything, White didn't kill anything, and White became very greedy. And also, White misread the life and death situation in the corner as well. And in the actual game, White played a 1 space jump here. The reason why White played a 1 space jump is because first of all, White thinks the corner is at least a ko. I will show you later. And the second, White thought the 2 groups on the outside are not alive, and White only has 1 weak groups. If the corner is a ko, White has a lot of local co-threats. So for example, this is a local co-threat, this is a local co-threat, this is a local co-threat, and the many local co-thread right here. So white actually doesn't have to worry about the co-thread, and black doesn't have many co-thread, as many as white. So what part did the white misread? The white thought black has to play the clamp in order to kill this group, and then the white can hane. And now black needs to take the vital point right here, otherwise white can just add another stone and then there are two eyes. So black needs to descend here to kill it. And then as we can see, this group, even though descend is a sente, but the Kasumi here, that's also sente, because now white is able to throw in and start a ko. The reason why white was not afraid of the ko is because, as we said earlier, there are many ko threads, and the second, if white wins this ko, this whole group, the whole black group, is going to die. So since white is leading on the ko thread, this ko is actually heavier for black. So black still need to be careful of starting this ko. Alright, so let me show you what happened, and the white regret very much at the end. Alright, so white played a one space jump here to either attack the group on the left and the group on the top. And at this point, actually, black already saw the move to kill the corner. But since the corner might be one of the very long liberty shape, which is the bulky 5, it has 8 liberties, and plus there are some liberties in the center area here. So there are more than 10 liberties. So if we use this group to fight against 10 liberty group over here, black was not sure whether black is going to win. So black waited a little bit, and black used the sente on the top and jumped out. And since white already decided to save the 2 stones and made it a one space jump, of course white will continue. So white played a knight's move. So at this point, this group is already escaped. So we don't have to worry about this group anymore. But of course, this is still a weak group. But there's no way for white to surround or enclose that group anymore. And plus, if white tries to block on the top or on the bottom, there's a way for black to extend or increase the liberty. And now, black show the Tatsuji, which is kind of like a blind move. It's not that easy to see. So no matter where we try in the corner, it has to be a ko. So this is what a white thought. That's why white tanuki'd at the beginning. So if black goes here, that would be a ko. Oh, that's not even a ko. So that's a sente. And then white can block at the top and throw in right now. So this move becomes self-otari, and black needs to capture, and white connects. And if black blocks here, white connects again, and there are 3 liberties on the outside, and then that will be squashing push, and then this whole group is already alive. So taking the 1-2 point won't work, and if black hane here, white is able to block, and if black connects here, then the white is able to make it alive. So that's still a ko. This is what a white thought, the corner. So where is the blind move? It's right here. Just simply and calmly connect, and then this whole group is dead. All right, let's try. Why? How is this move be a Tatsuji? So after I connect here, if white tries to make an eye space in the corner, and then black is going to take the 1-2 point and throw in again, and then that's a bent 4, and black has the 2 vital points in the bent 4. That is already dead. And if white tries to expand the eye space by blocking here, and black is going to reduce the eye space by throwing here, now you can see the shape becomes still bulky 5. And then now it's black's sente, and black is going to take the vital point. So that move doesn't work for white either. So if white takes the 2-2 point, really that's one of the vital point in the corner. And black is going to use the peep on the top and push again to reduce the eye space. and then that becomes a bit 4 again, and black has the 2 vital points in the corner. So after this move, the killing move right here, at this point white realized actually this group is dead, and then both players played a couple more moves, and then white resigned. So I was very surprised black played this very calm and very amazing Tsuji to kill this entire white group. Okay, so now let's look at the last one. This is a game played by 4 dan and above. Actually, this is the game played by 2 professionals, and one from Korea and one from Taiwan. So now is black's to play. And when you're looking at the board, probably you have a big question mark in your mind. What is going on the board? Everywhere is like dead. Everywhere is in danger. So this whole group is not alive. These 5 stones are not alive, and white group over here, and the group in the center, and not alive, and the group on the top, kind of alive, but still there's some RGs there, and the liberties are very tight. So now is black to play. So in order to win this game, there's no end game period for this game. End game is not important at all. Because if one of the groups is dead, there's no catch up, there's no comeback. So white has to kill one of black's group, and black needs to kill one of white's group. And which group is more important? Which group that we need to protect, and which group we need to kill it? Alright, so the 5 stones on the top actually is not that important. So these 2 groups or the 3 groups over here are more important. If one of the groups is dead, the whole dragon is dead. The black dragon over here and white dragon is over here. So by looking at this game, white actually is more in danger, because white has 2 weak groups right now to deal with, and black has 1 group. But is that true? Alright, so now it's black to play. There is a weakness here. So if black just simply connects, and white is going to use the cutting point here and get out or escape. There's some RGs here. So the 3 stones cannot die. If the 3 stones are dead, white is already alive. So black needs to go here. And then white is going to use the attachment move here. Black needs to block, and white can squeeze the 4 stones. And then now white is going to push through, and the cutting point doesn't work for black anymore. Alright, so if white is able to get a sente and come back to cut here, this whole group is fine. Alright, so in the actual game, black decided to attack the top group first. So black used the honey. And of course, white needs to block it. And at the same time, this move is for the eye space. So if black is able to kill the 2 stones, and then black will have the eye space over here and some eye space on the bottom. So white needs to block. That's right. Needs to block. And then if black just simply connect, and then the whole group is alive. So black failed, that doesn't work. That's why black played a peep and tried to kill the eye space. So at this point, since the liberty of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stones here are very tight, it's not that easy for white to make it alive. And the cutting points right here is very dangerous for white as well. So if white kill the stone, and black can simply cut. And probably you have a question, what if I use one of the Ataris here, does that work? So let's try it. So if white Atari is on the top, instead of I'm going to connect here directly, I will throw in first. Now you can see these 2 stones are the vital stones, are very important stones as well, because if black is able to capture the 2 stones, everything is connected. So white cannot let these two stones die. White has to capture, and then black connect back. White needs to connect again, and then 2 versus 2, Liberty fights, and then black goes first, black wins. So tar on the top doesn't work for white, and what if tar on the bottom? And black is going to Atari first, kill these 2 liberties, and come back to connect. Now you can see 3 versus 2 in this capture race, and black still wins. So that means after the peep here, white needs to fix the cutting point. That's why white played tiger's mouth or bump. All right, and black hunted, and a white blocked it here. So hana is not a mistake because black is not afraid of the ko here. That's a free ko actually for black. If black is able to win this ko, then black now has more eye space. So of course white doesn't want to give more eye space to black. And then white blocked it here. And then if black connects here back again, the whole group is already alive. And then in the actual game, black must kill this eye. So up to this move, I had a glance of this fight on the top. I thought the fight probably will be ended very soon because white has to kill these 2 stones, and then black is able to throw it in again and kill the 2 stones, or either these 2 stones or these 2 stones. Then I was thinking the end will end very soon. However, white showed us a very incredible move, which is sacrifice the 2 stones here and connect from the top or from the bottom. Just sacrifice these 2 stones. Because sacrificing these 2 stones is only a gote eye for black. And then these 2 stones are dead. So the entire white's group is alive. So there's no way for black to kill this entire white group. And if black leaves a gote to make this eye, this whole group only has 1 eye, so of course this is dead. And then black now has to come back to connect here. And then that's the last move. Like what we talked about earlier, if white has a sente and it cut here, this whole dragon in the center is able to escape. All right, so I was very, so white showed us very incredible reading skills. I'm pretty sure in this game, white, starting from this move, white already thought all the variations until the move right here and it connect. I was very surprised how good the reading skills white has. So good advice for you guys. If you have a time, let's keep working on the life and death or any like Tatsuji questions. It will help you to improve your reading skills a lot. If you'd like me to start any new series or any new topics or any Go strategies and techniques you'd like me to show you, to teach you, please leave the comments below and let me know. So I really like to hear your voice, your advice and suggestions. Alright, so if you have any more questions, you can always go to our website and follow us on Twitter and Facebook page. So my name is Stephanie and I will see you next time.